come in, you gonna get the cigar? You still want me to grab one? Mike. So, you hear me? What is it?
I'm at my house. You should be pulling up right now so I can leave. What, Charlie? No, he ain't got work. I'm gonna get my own shit right quick. Like Saturday night. Alright. I'll call you in a minute.
Get out.
Where my quarters at?
Right there.
Noise.
What are you doing in my corner there? Here. Here.
Look you. You can stay, you know, I'm gonna want to come on pull on in with the weekends.
I mean, I got to go grab my prescription real quick.
Where?
They told me to come back around 4.
Uh-huh.
That way I at least have my medicine. It'll look good when I go to court.
What?
For the fucking burglary my daddy got me for.
You dropped it. I talked to her.
No, he didn't.
He did.
I'm gonna beat it though. I'm taking it to the jury trial. Man, there's I don't see a jury in the world convicted me of $7 worth of food, and my daddy inherited $300-something in the past 15 months.
You did that much? How much?
He hit the lottery for $250,000 11 months ago, but he
No, hell, he ain't get it for that much. Charlie had to get it for 100,000.
250.
Mm.
Look on YouTube.
Just see it. He came to my house and he left.
And then
He came to my house and gave me $20 that he owed me.
Then he sold the house out there.
What house? Oh, well, out that way, yeah, you told me that too. Oh, what a bad house. Gene paid for Red Hat Robin's boot job.
So if I come back, how would I get in?
You ain't just doing nothing. You find some big green trash, big black trash bags, bring them.
When you gonna be rolling back through?
I don't know about you each time. I don't know. Might be alright. Might be more. I might be right back. It all depends.
I'm saying I always don't want to be sitting here. It's straight from right here. From here. I'm saying, what would I tell somebody if they?
Nobody, you gonna tell nobody shit on you
I'm
answer the
saying,
door.
what if the police was to pull up on me?
Ain't no police gonna pull up over here on you
I'm
for
saying I
what?
would go out there.
Yeah, you can go out there all you want.
What would I tell them though?
I don't know. Ain't even
I'm
looking
saying
for me.
I'm not. I'm
You
not
gotta tell them
saying.
shit. Ain't nobody broken shit. You stay here. That's all you gotta tell them. He ain't here. He ain't here. I stay here. Bye.
Yeah.
Just like in the house. That simple.
Saying I would tell them I was. I don't know what I was doing.
If you stay here, he's not. I don't know where he at. I don't know who you talking about. I don't know where he at because they come in. Who they had to look for? Whoever they said they look for. I don't know where he at. Anything else you need to say? Oh, I'm gonna suck your dick. Want your dick sucked? I suck dick.
Hell
You know
no.
that? You ain't saying that. Ain't nothing else to say, man. Okay, son. You see a head over there. So, well, look at that. I think they're like a brain spit it. Yo. Yo. Come on. Quicker you make it, the better we are. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Burn that cut. Don't burn through my cut. Come on. You might as well go for winter to be here. For winter to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need this house, man.
Huh?
You need this house, man.
Where you live at? Oh, Greenleaf. You live out in the country. He's at the Robbins area. That's him?
Yeah, that's up there, man. My house was fucking wrecked.
You say you gonna leave the door open though? Okay.
What's up, man?
Yep. Charles Hammonds.
date of birth, and cell phone number
41191.
are clearly written on the prescription. A pharmacy
Do I
team
have to have
member will
an
be
ID?
with you shortly. We look forward to serving you.
No, sir, not for this one.
Okay.
And it's $1.88. Give me 1 second to grab it. Thank you. Would you like your receipt as well?
Yes, ma'am.
$3.12. And your receipt is right there for you.
Thank you.
Of course, have a good one.
Y'all have the blue sky seats? Y'all carry the blue?
I know we used to, but we haven't like gotten them in a while. Right here.
Good. Could be better. Figure something out.
Having a better day, Charles?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Man. What's new?
Another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing it's partly cloudy, it might be raining again tonight.
Yeah. Go find some cover, maybe?
Yeah, possibly. If it's in God's will.
Yeah.
I had to go get my medicine today. I finally got my check. So,
Your dad let you have it?
and you really couldn't stop me from getting it.
Yeah.
It looked better. It looked better for him to give it to me because I already know I got the charges beat. So I talked to my lawyer this morning, and they actually got me the same lawyer. So I I had for July 5th, I had a misuse of 911 call. And he's going to do basically the same thing. I got to do my preliminary hearing.
Well, will be turning around.
Possibly. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, how's your day been?
It's been, I guess, okay.
Yeah.
What about sleeping over some of the other places that's got the...
The only place I've really found the closer that's got overhang over a bench. Down there.
What about on the ground? Sleeping on the ground? Is that not cool?
Hey,
If it keeps you dry.
yeah. A lot of the time I don't even sleep laying down. Like I sleep straight up.
Yeah.
Regardless if I'm in a house or if I'm outside.
Yeah.
The only time I really sleep laying down is when I go to the hospital.
You need like a blanket or anything? If I think about it, I'll try to get a blanket or something. You need one?
I'm not really gonna ask for it or expect it, but anything helps.
If I remember, I try to bring a blanket if I'm coming this way. If I think about it.
Yeah. Anything helps, man. I try to stay out of people's way, and hopefully everything will work out. But I ain't really looking forward to getting into court. It'll probably be 6 months, 180 days. But the good thing about it is I got a lot going for me as far as what I can show in court. Like there's no way that the jury, I'm taking it to jury trial because there's no way I've been living at my dad's. I've been living with my dad. I've never been away from my dad my whole life other than in an institution, hospital, or jail. Okay. And I've been living it at this place just as long.
Is there good institutions and bad institutions, or are they all the same, or?
I'm saying it just is however you make it.
Yeah.
Like I got a lot going for me like this right here. When my dad, when he stayed, this showed 3 years ago. My dad is saying that he's gonna get me out of there. He's living in the garage. And I'm living in the house. And that's the building I stay in. Okay, but in this video you can't really hear it due to the traffic. But beginning of it, he's talking about jumping on me and getting rid of me. That was in 2019. I stayed in the house with my grandma all the way from, this is videos on YouTube that I did for frequency theories, physics experiments, basically with light phenomena, with orbs and the frequency sine wave. Anyway, but that's 5 years ago, and shows while I was in the house. And that shows me living at the address that I got the burglary. Okay, this is YouTube videos. This is something they can't take off. So it's going to show whenever it comes to court. And that's going to show where I stayed in the house with my grandma. Same house that they got me for the burglary charge.
Yeah.
Okay, so that shows me being there for 5 years because I've never moved. So that's me being there for 5 years. Me still being in the house. My dad being in the building all the way up until March of 2019. Okay. He moved in the house after I got the kidnapping charge in November 2019. So, okay, that shows all that, but this shows where the window that they got me for breaking out to go in the house shows a year ago in this video when we had a chain link fence around the garage that he was living in. This is when I was out on probation. So I went from living in the house with my grandma from 2017 all the way to 2019 to living in the building, but being able to go in the house. That's the house that I got the burglary charge on. Okay, the broken window that they got me for the malicious injury to property, which I've already been charged with before and got a not guilty, is still broken right here. Okay. See that broke window right there? That window is the window I just tore the glass on out and went in the back porch and went in a door that was already screwed shut from where I had broke it open. So I got charged with breaking a broken window that I've already got a not guilty on in 2018 on a on a bench trial right here at the Clover Magistrate,
Yeah.
where I had assault third and 2 malicious injury to properties, all 3 not guilty on the disposition. Okay, at the bench trial, because my dad went up there and told the truth that I didn't break the window, and I didn't threaten to kill him or break my vacuum cleaner because it was my vacuum cleaner. So that window, I got charged for breaking out. I got charged for going in there stealing $5 worth of fish sticks and $2 worth of Dixie Crystal sugar. And clippers that was already mine from when I was living in there. They was just in the cabinet. I cut my hair. I didn't steal them. I just cut my hair.
Yeah.
Left my hair actually in the floor. I never cleaned it up. A jury trial, I'm on disability. I draw a $609 check a month. And once they see them 3 videos, that gives the reasonable doubt for the jury to already see, well, this boy's on disability, mental health issues. His dad's basically his caregiver. He's been living there for 5 or 6 years. Why didn't he try the eviction notice first?
Yeah.
Why didn't he try the eviction notice instead of conniving away into getting me locked up, knowing that we've been, he knows that we never separated basically.
Yeah.
I've been with my dad. Okay, now, after all that's said and done, this is what's going Big Spin Clover Randy winner. Okay.
You seen
Right
your
here.
dad lately?
I just see his truck every now and then. But this is what's going
He
to...
knows you're here.
Yeah. This is going to be the kicker. The jury... Because that's going to... I got a right to have it in the trial. I know my rights. That's my dad winning $250,000 11 months ago on a $10 ticket.
Yeah.
So that's two. I know I'm not responsible for his money, and he's not entitled to let me know his money's worth. But he got left in this house the same way I got left in the house when my grandma died. We both lived over there. He won $250,000 11 months ago. He sold the house that he had in Bowling Green, 1184 Sherwood, for $160,000. That's right at $300-something within the past 15 months. I draw a $609 check for disability. They're not gonna give me a burglary charge for the place that I live at. With the dude who's got $400,000 for $57 worth of food. And the kicker is, how I know I got it beat is right here. Whenever I go to that day, the actual date of the 30th, whenever I got my check out of the mailbox, and my dad actually called me on the 30th at 2:43 p.m. It was a missed call. I called him back. We talked for 35 seconds.
Yeah.
He told me that he was in Hilton Head with my Uncle David, that if I wanted to get in the house, not to kick in the door, not to make any real damage, just to go, if I went in there to feed the dog and to stay out there.
Yeah.
Okay, he set me up with going in there because whenever he said don't do any damage, I broke a glass window that was already broke. He's a glass man.
Yeah.
We got glass windows down there. How you going to charge me with a $600 piece of glass when it's all down there to fix it?
Yeah.
It's already been broke. No matter what, I'll take my chances rolling the dice with a jury because sympathy will win it out for me. If anything, they're not going to look at me as no criminal, man. My criminal background is nothing. All my charges revolve around charges that were caught at the residence I was at with my dad. None of them was against my dad. It shows that I've never even left the house, really. So they got me out here homeless, and whenever I get a not guilty at a trial, that's when I'm going to turn around, and I'm not going to really love doing it because I hate putting people or the government in a position where I feel like they'll target me even more because I'm a paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah.
But I feel like whenever I reverse the constitutional rights, as in for a countersuit with pain and suffering, with and reimbursement on my disability benefits that I had to pay for bond to bond out, and for traumatizing events, because I have never been in this situation, man. And since I've got out, like the first place that I got out, I don't even know how it went down, but I got beat with a sap until I went unconscious, and I woke up from here to the YMCA over there,
Yeah.
that far from where they started jumping on me at. I didn't even have a black eye. And I was in McConnell's, and I had to walk all the way from McConnell's to Clover with no phone or anything. And all of it revolves around and resulting in the charges on the 30th. They also slammed me on my head and left it like a convex lens. It looked like a softball coming out in front of my head. I told them that I needed to go to the hospital. They told me not to cry about going to the hospital, that I was going to jail, and to quit faking seizures. They took me to the jailhouse. The jailhouse made me go to Piedmont to get medically cleared before they said I could even be entered into the facility. So how can I be sent to be medically cleared, but I didn't necessarily technically get medically cleared because I never got the CAT scan? When I went in there, Officer Denton, Deputy Denton, took me. I said, I don't want no CAT scan. The woman said, well, he's good to go. Deputy Denton said, does that medically clear him? She looked at me. She said, technically it doesn't medically clear him, but he's good to go. So that basically said that without the CAT scan, they couldn't show where there wasn't any damage from me falling on my head. With that being said, I can't really hear too good out of my right ear because it's like every time I turn around when I hear a horn blowing, it's a siren. I'm starting to hear sirens now.
Yeah.
Like, because it's PTSD. I mean, what can they not tell you got? Missing eyesight. Because you go to the DMV and you tell them which line you can read. So I'm getting a little hazy in my right eye, and that's pain and suffering and punitive damages, which a constitutional right, if they want to take it to a federal guideline or level, with me being on disability, I could go towards the federal government as well, maybe, but I wouldn't want to target them because then that'd be too much to ask for, because I wouldn't even know who to let fight over it. Because if you get money like that, there's going to be somebody fighting over it. They're going to try to take you out, put you in a casket, and be fighting over the land you leave them. So I just want just enough to get my dad off my back, buy the land over there, because that's basically all he wants to do is sell the land so he can have more money, because he's down from what he was. He's under 50,000, fucking with a female named Stacy, and I never even met her.
Yeah.
On the 24th, December 24th, Christmas Eve, I wanted to meet her. I was sober. I came home from Colleton Medical Center on the 23rd, and I wanted to meet this Stacy woman, so I was riding with my daddy. I was sober. He wanted to get me a phone card and take me back to the shop. It had nothing in it. Desolation. Basically, me being isolated to myself. So I said, Daddy, I don't want to go back to the shop unless I get to do what I like to do. I mean, I don't bother nobody. I'm going to continue to do what I do no matter what, but at the same time, I got to be cautious and considerate about my situation and the circumstances that are at hand. But anyway, he wanted me to go back so bad. He called it and he bought me a gram of meth for Christmas.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. And then he got me locked up before my mama's birthday. My mom's birthday was December 31st.
Yeah.
I got locked up on the 30th. I came home on the 23rd. He got me sent on the 13th for an IVC. Now I know you can hear me communicating and actually having conversation. I'm not really disorganized and all over the place. Like, I do know how to talk. And knowing how to talk shows education. I mean, you don't know how to talk without having a little bit of education, and that's all it takes is to show that. But they think the drug habit is what's put the stigma, is what they can use to hold me down, to use as their justification to be able to write anything they want on these reports.
Yeah.
I'm not targeting any police officers that have gave me hell, because they gave me hell for the right reason. But they shouldn't be harassment. Like, it still came to a point that is harassment, because how does the police that got me locked up for the fish sticks, why would he still be messing with me to the point where he's showing up at other people's places to run me off? Right here, the same police, okay, came out to Charles Dale's on the 14th.
Yeah.
That's Putnam. Why is these same police giving me hell?
I don't know enough, man.
And that just shows that it's something they don't like, the fact that I am a meth head. But that is not their concern. The budget for South Carolina isn't to spend $300,000, $400,000 a month investigating a homeless user. If anything, that may just be my paranoia. That's why. That's why I went and got my prescription medication. Like, I'm showing the sufficient capacity to have respect for my treatment. At the same time, if I was to take all of the prescribed dosages, what they try to tell me is a good regimen for my diagnosis, I would be stretched out on one of these benches like I was a camper. I would be horizontal all day long. They'd have to bring me food for me to even care about getting up. Why drag this whole situation out when all they got to do is help me by figuring out how in the hell does he get warrants for $7 worth of food when he was, lo and behold, I forgot one part, whereas the law offices.
Maybe we get to find out some answers on court day, huh?
And check this out, on the 28th,
Yeah.
that was when I went to Jeffrey Dunn's office. My dad took me,
Yeah.
and I had to sign the papers for him to get my mental health information and stuff from the hospital. Okay, he took me by the social services office, and I did my SNAP application. I made my dad the representative to answer for the phone interview to have my food stamp card activated. Tell me why on the 30th of December I had a food charge. That's a whole month from there. I had a charge that I'm charged with stealing $5 worth of fish sticks, $2 worth of Dixie Crystal sugar, when he should have been done by interview because he was the responsible adult that was the representative over my card, basically my payee. Now, if I could just explain it just like that to the court system, and then I turn around and I say, I just want you to ask my dad one question. Ask him to give a hair test for good faith that he hasn't been doing any narcotics, and watch him crumble in the courtroom because he's not going to pass no hair test for crack cocaine. He's going to fail it because that goes back 6 months. And when they see he smokes crack, got me for $5 for fish sticks, $2 for sugar, a window that's already been broken, that's enough reasonable doubt to throw it all out. You get one charge took out, which is the biggest charge, you don't have to worry about the petty larceny or the 3 footprints on the Corvette that'll end up being mine in the countersuit. You know what I'm saying? They'll just go ahead and dismiss that because I'm going to countersuit, and I want the shop, which is still in probate because my papa's name never got took off of it. So it's a will contest. I just want the shop where I don't have to get kicked out anymore. I don't want to put him out. I just want to be able to be left alone in my papa's shop and be able to open up a business that's legitimate and not have to worry about my dad running off all of the expected revenue, which is going to be, the minute they pull up, he'd run them off thinking it's something to do. And I'm just getting past that. That's what God has delivered me to doing this right here, to being homeless. Now I might go back to that as a, I ain't gonna say as an excuse or a way to just go around my situation as it justifying me doing drugs, because I'm gonna always do what I want to do, man. I know what helps me better than anybody else knows what helps me. When a psychiatrist goes to digging through the DSM handbook, which is just a set of symptoms that leads to past situations of other people's circumstances, that's what they go from to basically give you your diagnosis. So it's a range of things that it could be. It's not a definitive answer of what you got. And them picking through medications that's been used, I can do the same, man. I've been doing drugs since I was 13. I'm not out here selling drugs. I'm not out here giving to the community. So I don't see what the big deal would be. Like, do I come off as out of line, or do you think it might be a little off what I'm saying? Or,
I don't know enough information, man.
yeah, just opinion. It's an opinion, matter of opinion.
I probably don't have enough information.
Yeah.
But whatever happens, I wish you the best of luck. God bless you. And if you want, I'll keep a blanket in the vehicle next time if you want. You think you can be out here long longer?
Man, I'm gonna be until they drop these charges. I'm not.
How much longer is that till court date?
I'm saying I can put in for a fast and speedy trial. That could be up to 180 days
Yeah.
if it don't get dropped in the preliminary. But all they have to do is help me show. All I have to do is get a person to go zone where it's split in 2 acres.
Yeah.
Get a person that is certified to go spray a line, a paint line,
Yeah.
where the property line is.
That might take a little bit, huh?
And that's all I would need, and I would be able to go back to my papa's shop. I would get a no contact order to get him to go tell my dad, look, he don't want you bothering him. He's not bothering you. He's more than 1,000 feet. Let him be, because it's a different property.
Well, I gotta get going. I wish you the best of luck, Charles.
All right, all right. And you said your name was?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Take care, buddy.
You too, man.